we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this beautiful Corona-free day. Today is Friday, October the 14th at 5:46 in the morning. How are you doing? So, prison. Here's the thing. You know, I'm a really deep thinker. Really, really deep. And I was laying in bed the other night with the lights completely off, as you do every night, right? And I was thinking to myself, I wonder what it's like to be in prison. Now, I know there are certain physical barriers. Obviously, that's why they call it prison, right? But then I started thinking as far as like mentally what it's like to be in prison. And I think that's all just about a frame of mind, your consciousness and stuff like that. And here's the reason why. Every single night, and I'm not saying this in a depressing way, okay, but just follow along with me, right? Every single night, when you go to bed at night, you close your eyes, you're alone. I don't mean as a form of togetherness, I just mean as a form of consciousness, right? Which I would love to do one day, don't necessarily dream with someone. You're dreaming yourself, right? You're resting yourself. You're closing your eyes. In the night, in the dark, when you're by yourself, regardless of whether your physical surroundings or barriers are, you're always, in a sense, free of thought. And that's the light at the end of the tunnel. That's the good thing, right? So I was thinking to myself, even if in this very moment I was in prison, a physical barrier, it wouldn't change the fact that it would be night, that depending on your frame of mind, you can't really be imprisoned. Depending on your, like I said, your conscious thought. I don't mean your physical body, okay? And then I started going deeper down that hole, so to speak, right? And I started thinking, regardless of whether you're in prison or you're laying in your bed, maybe, this is from the aspect of not being in a physical barrier, physical prison, right? That may have certain impacts on maybe perceptions of how you're thinking and why you're thinking certain ways, because you're in a freaking container and you're locked in one cage inside of another cage, another cage, another cage, another cage, and on, right? And that's the physical aspect. That's maybe something you're thinking because of the physical place around you. I wasn't having those thoughts, but I was thinking about those exterior factors if I was in my jail cell, in a jail, in a prison. Why? I just think of random deep things and I keep going in that direction. And then I started doing the opposite of that. I started thinking, is it possible to feel like you're imprisoned even when you're free? And that's when it got really interesting. How could you be imprisoned in your own mind, in a sense, if you're not physically imprisoned? It could be a number of ways. It could be agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is essentially the aspect of feeling like you're not ever going to leave your house, and you don't. It's something where somebody just is in their house. Maybe they have a remote job, whatever it is, they just don't leave their house. They might think that a plane engine flying over top of them, an airplane, an engine might just fall from the sky. It could be could be endless possibilities of why they don't want to leave the house and why they're not going to leave their house. That's agoraphobia, right? It could be maybe you're in a really bad relationship and the person beside you don't care about. And that's not fun to say, but I'm just saying it could be, right? It could be that you don't like your house, or you don't like your surroundings, or it could all just be any sort of a negative impression that you have, okay? And towards the end of this thought exercise, experiment, etc., I started going even deeper, and I started to realize that no matter where you are, no matter what your surrounding situation is, it's your choice. It's your choice to be free of thought, to be free of mind. And that was the light at the end of this tunnel. And when I go down these holes, these streams of consciousness and whatnot. I'm not necessarily trying to look for a happy ending, but I found one there, and it felt great. And I was thinking to myself, man, that's so amazing, and it's beautiful all at once, because I'm there in the middle of the night by myself in the complete darkness, getting ready to close my eyes and end my night for that day, thinking that no matter where I go, no matter where I am, there's no imprisonment that contain me. And that's a strong thing to think. And then on the flip side, I realized that there was kind of a flip side of that coin, which is there's something on the other side of that door, and it is that darkness, it is that negative thought, that perception, etc. But that's what it is. It really is a perception. If you ask any guy that was an actual prisoner of war, okay, there's always exterior factors, but it's like I say over and over again: special forces soldier, police officer, some sort of an adverse moment or whatever it is. It's the mind. It's the mind that carries you further than the body. The body doesn't carry you further than the mind. You could lift all the weights you can lift in the gym. You can lift every single weight in there. It doesn't matter, okay? But as long as your mind is strong, you'll be able to push yourself further and further. And that's the great thing about running in general, because running is essentially a will of your mind, you know, and that's measured in distance, right? But that's still limited to your physical capabilities. You could be put in any situation. You could be freaking kidnapped and say, you know what? This is a choice. This is a choice as far as how I'm going to take this, and I'm not going to take it. Fuck these guys. Not interested. I'm not doing it. They may have me, but they're not having my mind. And I thought it was the most liberating, strong, exhilarating feeling to have. And there I am at 10:30 at night with the lights off, and I'm fucking pumped up. I'm just ready to go. I'm just ready to destroy the world as far as motivation goes. I'm ready to just like rock and roll, do awesome, kick ass, and have an awesome day. And there I am at night alone. But now I'm excited, and I'm pumped up, and I don't want to go to bed. So I stayed up for another hour, and I just did some creative stuff. I did some writing and some other stuff like that. So yeah, man. It's a really interesting thing if you think about all the possibilities. And the light at the end of that tunnel is that regardless of where you are, you don't have to be imprisoned. You can be free. And that's fucking just so powerful and exhilarating and awesome to think about. The endless possibilities of the domination, the conquering that you could do in your daily tasks and your life, and just everything. So even hearing that, it's reinforcing me and myself and my beliefs and my life and stuff. So I'm gonna have the most organized day. You know, when somebody says talk about like crushing it, getting things accomplished, you know what I mean? It's a weird thing, because like when you think of crushing, you think breaking, you know. But if all of your goals were like a soda can, in a sense, and you checking off those boxes, so to speak, or a way of accomplishing all of them, each one, etc., you crushing that can obviously symbolizes that you're getting everything fucking accomplished. You're getting everything done. And that's exactly how I feel about today. I'm gonna fucking crush it, and I'm excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait for every single minute of every single moment of everything that I'm doing today. And with that being mentioned, don't be imprisoned. Fucking crush it. I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out. Peace.